What's up, guys? It's October 21st, 2024. I had a challenging day in the markets. I'm not gonna lie. Today was challenging. I took an L. Um, Daily chart is looking saucy for the bears, but it's also just a pullback for the bulls. So we've been going sideways since the 14th. We're in a bull channel. We're trading above the EMA. Two gaps open here. Deep pullback testing this gap. Then we rallied again. This rally was weak, and we're in the fourth leg. So let me count. 1, 2, 3, and let's see what happens with how this fourth leg reacts. 4. We don't know what's gonna happen. I just drew that trend line so you guys can see the fourth leg. Typically fourth leg means we're range bound, third leg means we're range bound. So where are we in the market cycle? Breakout, pullback, follow through, sideways price action. If this is range highs, where's range lows? It could be this gap here, it could be this gap, it could be down here. If this is not range highs, where do the bulls want to go? Well, they want to break out of the range. This is a rough pull. Wow, breakout of the range. Wait, let's do it. Takes us right around 6,000. So that's a nice round number. A pullback to the lows. It'll be interesting, you know. Both sides have a good case. We have more, excuse me, bull pressure. But yeah, we're in the fourth leg, and that's a range bound characteristic. We're in the fourth leg within multiple legs. So this is a what do I mean by that? Leg 1, pullback. Leg 2, pullback. Leg 3, and within this third leg, we're in the fourth leg. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm film this a little bit later. This bar right here is the overnight session, and it's kind of selling. I like watching the overnight. Let's look. Okay, so we had a rally. We're testing the breakout point, bar 114. See, EMAs are going sideways. This is overnight session. I usually don't do this, but I just like looking at it. It's a 1 point. It's a 2 point bar. It's not very big. Okay, so where are we? Let's get to it. I got trapped at highs. This is a second leg trap. That's gonna, if you're trading breakouts, second leg traps are gonna become, it's gonna become a problem. It's a problem for me, but I'm recognizing it. And so what do I mean by that? Gap down, rally, pullback, rally. Second leg traps happen a lot at ranges. If bar 81 is range high, that got tested with bar 10, and we got a nasty sell for about an hour of the day, 2 hours, 24. So, well, about an hour, 15 minutes. Lots of overlap on this bull leg. Gap down, we're on the higher time frame. Leg 1, pullback, bar 6 is testing, bar 3 is high, and we rally again from the 3 bars. There's no gaps. However, bar 10 does close the gap down. The bulls have a gap right here, and that gets closed with bar 6. Then we have a sell-off, bar 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have a 6-bar sell-off. Pretty rare for to see 6 bars in a row without a pullback. And we go sideways here. It's a triangle. If you guys caught that last video, I gave an example of ranges, momentum in ranges. So in this example, it's going down. The momentum is going down. We go sideways, and if this range is brief, it was brief here, 2 bars. There's a better chance we're going to see more momentum on the other side of that. So if we take this example of momentum, bang, 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 bang. I think today was a really hard day to trade. I took this short here, but I was very on the fence about it because we had 2 inside bars, so that was kind of tricking me. But I remember the momentum context. You know, so this is how we kind of read momentum in ranges, and then we pair that with ABCD. A, B, A, B, C, D. So there's that trade. There's that pullback. So I took it between the momentum, always in A, B, C, D. It worked out. Where are we? I think it was hard because look at the tail on 15. Look at the tail on 13. Not easy. Look at the tail on 16. You know, I did that. I don't know why I read it in that order. Look at the tail 13, 15, and 16. Makes it hard, but then where's the momentum? We have a gap open here. We have a gap open here. We have a gap open here. We have a negative gap here. And then we get a sell 19, creating a bigger gap. And then 20 becoming climactic. These two bars, I think, were about the same size as those 6 bars. Roughly the same size, you know. These first 6 bars were bigger. So going for 1-to-1, you would get stopped. You actually wouldn't get stopped out, but I don't think you should hold through this bull macro channel. When we have a trend, so you know, before this price action unfolded, I think everyone thought it was a trend and we were gonna sell forever. Leg 1, pullback, leg 2, 21, pullback, leg 3, and now we have a micro channel, or bull micro channel against the bear micro channel. So we could count this as a micro channel, and this is a micro channel. Whenever we get a micro channel against a trend micro channel, that's range bound characteristics. Bulls don't make money in trends, so if bulls are making money, we must not be in a trend. It must be a trading range or a very deep channel pullback, a spike, deep pullback. In this case, it ended up being 3 legs lower, leg 1, pullback, leg 2, pullback, leg 3, double bottom, re-rally into the EMA. I got caught here. I thought this was a really nice double top for a retest of the lows. I shorted here, got trapped. I made it a little bit here, but I ended up having a red day nonetheless. We were more range bound than trending today. Always a challenging day when we have a feature like this. So we see these legs and we're thinking, okay, we want to get short again. We see 3 bars lower and then it rallies. You got to get out of shorts around bar 27, if not 25, 26. 27 is a strong bull bar closing on its high, has more body than tail. 28's follow through, 29 first pullback, 30 re-rally, bad close, but it still has more body than tail. We can count that as a trend bar. Then we get this double top here. We have 3 bars lower, and then we rally again. I thought this bear leg was strong enough to get its own second leg. However, we were 3 legs lower. What's the market cycle? It's breakout, channel, range. And when we break out, when we have the breakout, we get the breakout leg 1, then we channel for 2, 3 legs, and then the range doesn't keep going down here. It wraps back into itself. This concept took me a really long time to understand, that the range will wrap back in. So keep that in mind, and look, we wrap back into the high of this leg, and eventually the EMA is what the target was for the bulls, wanted to break out above the EMA, but you know, we went sideways. Leg 1, sideways price action. Leg 2, pullback. Leg 3, market sells off. Leg 1, pullback. Leg 2, pullback. Leg 3, leg 1, pullback. Leg 2, pullback. Leg 3, pullback. Leg 4. Bar 38, 39 is the low. Bar 40 is the low here, excuse me. And then bulls get a vacuum into the EMA, sell off, and another breakout closing above the EMA. Not good for the bears. We got to ask ourselves, like, hey, if this is such a strong bear trend, why the heck are the bulls closing good bars above both EMAs, EOD? Maybe it's not as strong as we thought. Maybe this was a vacuum test on a higher time frame. These bars look great. These last 2 gaps were bigger. This gap actually got closed right away. Whenever we see a large gap at the end of a trend, we have to start thinking about, could this be a temporary exhaustion? And it wasn't this case. It was a sell vacuum on a higher time frame. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. So we can go back to like the 45-minute, the hourly chart, and it's a sell vacuum. This is it pretty much on the 45. Leg 1, pullback, leg 2. Oh, excuse me, leg 1 for the bears. We're testing the October 11th high. What is this? October 11. Right here. We tested that high to, I don't want to say to the tick, but we definitely tested that high on bar 3 on the 45-minute chart. What's that on the 5-minute? So that would be bar 25, tested the high, October 11th high, and we rallied. Here was the previous gap. We rallied, pulled back, rallied, sold off. We're actually in another contracting triangle. Don't like that at all. But that's also breakout mode. Double top, double bottom, contracting triangle, price is contracting. leg one. Oh, leg one, pull back leg two, pull back leg three. Then bears get their turn. Leg one, pull back leg two, pull back leg three. Rough estimate. Leg one, breakout, higher low. Bar 75, 76, it's a good buy. We have a pullback on 77 and a rally. After 72, I'm pretty much done trading. And that's just because it can get wild the last 30 minutes of the day. I think today's price action was tough. If you guys are profitable, let me know. I had the opportunity to be profitable, but I kept holding on for too much. So where are the one-to-one trades? You know, today's a hard one-to-one day. I don't think anyone really got one-to-one. So we have the 6 bars here, and we already saw that didn't really get its one-to-one. You short one of these bars, you just miss it by a tick. You should still be thinking about taking profits down here, because think of the risk to reward ratio for the bears. If bears that shorted here, their risk is huge now. They've got 30, 36, 37, 35 open points of risk. They have to take profits sometime. They can't just stay open. Institutions have risk profiles that they have to stay in bounds or they lose their job. You know, so with that being said, what is too much risk? I think this is way too much risk open. They have to reduce their positions or close it and look to get short again later. Take profits. Rally with multiple gaps sideways, and then we count legs. So we're going over the one-to-one, excuse me. This rally got one-to-one, but I didn't miss it because if you buy the low of third, it doesn't get one-to-one. It kind of does if you hold all the way here. I don't think that's worth it. I think you'd have to start hitting out around here once you cross over the EMA. If you're long and you start to see bear bars closing on their low, it's best to get out. If you're short and you see bull bars closing on their highs, it's best to get out. You know, we're day traders. We can enter in and out of the markets. That doesn't mean overtrade, but that just means book your profits when you can. I think today was a challenging day. Now I'm thinking about it. None of my trades actually got one-to-one. I bought the low of 44. I caught it quits here when I saw 68. I was like, this ain't my day. This ain't my price action. You could say we got a sell here that got one-to-one, but then that would cause you to short the high of 58. If you're into that, that's great. I'm not shorting any bull bars above the EMA. I'm more inclined to short bull bars below the EMA. I'll buy bear bars above the EMA. Here's a one-to-one, pull back to sell, let me trickle lower, and we go sideways. Well, let me just draw on these gaps. Definitely a challenging day for breakout traders, unless you caught any of these bars, you know. That was the easy trade of the day. Look how many gaps are open for the bears. If you're looking for reversals, you gotta think how many gaps are actually open. So we have 4 gaps open, and then we have a rally that immediately puts in a gap. That has to tell you something's up, right? The first 3 bull bars put a gap in. That's not good because the gap shows trapped traders. If traders are trapped, that's what can cause a trend, that can cause a move in one direction. So both sides had gaps, and both gaps were getting closed. Bulls definitely wanted to close the 10, or what is that, 10, 12. Bulls definitely wanted to close the 11, 12, 13 gap, and they rallied right up to the 12 low, where the breakout started. Here's another one. I thought there was one more gap, but hold on, I kind of just jumped the gun. Yeah, there we go. Hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys are doing good. If you learned something, share the show. If you didn't, apologies. I'll work on it. Yeah, you know, Discord's starting to get popping. I like talking to you guys. I like hearing the trades you guys take. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Hope you had a safe weekend. I hope you guys studied a lot. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you for your support. As always, if you learned something, share the show. Don't be a hoe. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.